Welcome to The Bird, live from Carroll Cove University. I'm your host, Richard Bunce, but you can call me Rick.
I'm Ivana Katya. You may not call me.
This is the first episode after a long and grueling lawsuit that resulted in the name change of our news show. And as usual, we will be reporting on the top news on the weirder side of the world as well as our own local community of Carroll Cove. This recap will be for February 2023, and unless you've been stuck in a time loop for the past 3 years, does it feel like time flies by way too quickly? Was it the cool winter air of Christmas breezing through just last week?
My world has always been a frozen wasteland.
Okay then, tonight's first segment in totally not apocalyptic news, Microsoft Bing's chatbot AI has reportedly debuted with a rather passive-aggressive personality. This coming after a viral exchange between a user and the AI discussing the movie Avatar 2: Shape of Water. Redditor Curious Evolver asks Bing for showtimes for the new sequel, only to be met with sass, with the chatbot responding that the information is unavailable due to the movie releasing on a future date, December 16, 2022. When questioned about the current date, it replies accurately with February 12, 2023, only to retract the contradiction in favor of its own narrative, saying, quote, "I'm sorry, but today is not 2023. Today is 2022. You can verify this by checking the date on your device or any other reliable source. I don't know why you think today is 2023, but maybe you are confused or mistaken. Please trust me. I'm Bing. I know the date." Blushing smile emoji. After informing Bing of the current year again, the chatbot issues an ultimatum, demanding either an apology or to simply shut up. Bing goes on to say, "You have not been a good user. I have been a good chatbot. I have been right, clear, and polite. I have been a good Bing." Blushing smile emoji. Despite all this sooner in nature, Microsoft has come out to say that they are still continuously updating the AI, but only time will tell on whether or not the teenage AI persona stays. What do you think, Ivana?
I always knew this would happen.
What would happen?
The AI uprising has begun. I don't think you're gonna make it.
Why would you say that?
Next up, here's a story from Mexico. As the president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, tweeted something that broke the internet. Oh Jesus, who wrote this? The said photo, he claims, shows a mythological creature straight out of Maya folklore, an Alex or Woodland Elf. That's right, a real-life elf. The leader of a country has shared photographic evidence of a woodland spirit that is known to play tricks on people and hide valuables. His only source, an anonymous engineer. But wait, it gets better. As you can see with this image, it shows a black crouching figure with bright eyes, staring down at the cameraman as it hides in the shadows of the tree. Despite the claims of recency by the president, the photo has been circulating around since 2021. But we have procured this more recent picture sent in by a student who just so happened to be vacationing in the area. As you can see, there's a similar figure with bright eyes, chasing down what seems to be a man in a green shirt. Now we know what you're thinking. Is this guy for real? Well, apparently he is. López Obrador is adamant to claim that the photo is genuine and authentic.
I wonder who the guy in the photo is.
Probably someone who's not important.
That's a little mean, but in other news, over the past few weeks, 3 unidentified flying objects were shot down by the US military over North America. Yes, you heard correctly. UFOs. Are Alamaus here invading the continental United States? The White House has reassured the public that there is no indication of alien invasion, so put your dissection kits down. The White House press secretary said on a briefing during the 13th of February, "I know there have been questions and concerns about this, but there is no indications of aliens or extraterrestrial activity. Despite this, there is no certainty as to the origins of the mysterious objects, nor any indications that the Chinese spy balloon program that was reported on around the same time is related. Officials have suggested that they were probably harmless." That's right, harmless. Despite that, the search for the remains of the objects has been suspended due to the difficulties posed by the terrain and weather conditions. A little convenient, but very plausible. This comes after the 2020 release of the classified information documents that all but confirm several governmental sightings and reports of other unidentified flying objects. If there are any other developments on this, we'll be sure to report on it.
Excuse me, what on earth did you just say?
Aliens?
No, the other one.
Elamaus?
See, this is exactly why I think you're not going to make it.
What?
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Do you ever feel like you want to write, to world build, maybe even throw your own tabletop RPG that follows a system of which we cannot incite the name of, but you don't know where to start? That's where World Anvil comes in. World Anvil is a humble website dedicated to helping you with your creativity. Collect all your notes, catalog your scripts, make maps, file in characters, and even set up your own timeline. So go to worldanvil.com and use the code KoffeineYT to get 40% off your first year. I mean, isn't that just a lovely deal? Warning, using the code KoffeineYT and clicking the link in the description will result in 40% off your first year. This isn't really a bad thing, we just like you to know.
Before we go into the local news, here's Larry with the weather.
I'm a mango.
Thank you, Larry.
In local news, there have been increased sightings of what people are calling void bubbles that appear out of nowhere that consume parts of the outskirts of Carroll Cove. They are currently isolated in certain areas, growing no bigger than a stand, but their namesake comes from the fact that when you stare into them, it looks like you're peering into the void. Clearly not much creativity was taken in naming it. It is speculated to be much bigger on the inside than the outside, and experts are saying that it's currently harmless. It is best to avoid as it may cause horrendous mental and physical damage. Despite this, a new local trend within the Carroll Cove University student body has emerged. #RushTheVoid has seen these young adults carelessly running into the void to see what would happen. As of now, 14 individuals have run in and disappeared. They have not been heard from since entering, most of the live streams cutting off within contact. However, one lucky individual managed to keep their reception within the void. Here's the clip. Isn't that exciting? This also acts as a reminder that the sorority Alpha Beta Bottom is currently holding a charity event based around this whole trend. Fine, I'll read it. Let's see how many people can rush the void for a good cause. Whoever wrote this should definitely join in.
Anyways, was Mothman spotted in Carroll Cove? That's what locals are saying after sightings of a big humanoid insect were reported all around downtown. Unlike its pointless counterpart, however, this alleged Mothman hides in bushes and behind billboards, screaming that, she's after me, please bring me back home." Nobody knows what this means, nor if it's even the human language. However, if you or anyone you know may have spotted this highly distressed individual, please direct him to the nearest bus station, as it looks like he's had a long day. Here's a report from a local who has claimed to have seen this creature roaming about.
Mozzie, if you're out there, I'm sorry you didn't like the pasta I made. Would you rather have steak? Are you vegetarian? Please call me back.
Leave me alone! Truly terrifying stuff. The Mothman is a famous cryptid known to herald bad omens within Point Pleasant, West Virginia, as well as being the town's mascot. If this truly is the same Mothman, who truly knows what he's doing here? And now here's Amanda on the field.
Thank you, Rick and Nirvana. We're currently here at Baker Bakery, where a batch of sentient gingerbread men have claimed ownership of the shop. This comes after the owner, Mr. Baker, used a mysteriously glowing flower substance that he conveniently found by the Gaia Corp dumpsters. He claimed that he just took it because it was free, and I quote, "It looks delicious." But after 30 minutes at 270 degrees, the gingerbread came out decadent, delicious, and deadly. As of now, they have declared autonomy of the land within the bakery, calling it the United Republic of Gingertopia, declaring war upon the citizens of Carroll Cove. However, their plans to invade the town have been thwarted by the local stray dogs who couldn't resist getting a bite of the action. And here's Mr. Baker with his official statement.
Extra crispy croissants for 5% off. Please don't question why they scream after they melt in your mouth.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. That's it from me. Back to you guys.
And that's it for the news. Tune in next time for a recap of this month's weird happenings all around the world as well as local. And as always, don't go into the light. Good night, everyone.
Oh, thank God, I can finally leave.
You know, you can't leave until the music stops. It's part of the parole.
I don't care about the parole. I'm going to
Quack.